Hi there, welcome to Bella's Vistas. Thanks for visiting. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to click the notifications bell so you'll be advised of our future videos. Well, we decided to take some downtime and redo the van. We tore it all apart, ripped everything out, and we're trying to redo it. The carpet, wow, was old and faded and dirty. Some of these fasteners were really hard to get out. I don't have the proper tools for taking them out, but we managed. Pulled it out with a screwdriver. Some of the fittings were really rusty. It's a conversion van, and the way the bunk was installed caused some rust problems. The van's going to lose a lot of weight, a couple 100 pounds at least over this conversion, yanking out this old heater in the back,
this out
removing
of here,
all the plumbing and so on for it.
everything. It's just
Mostly the van is in great shape. It was an American van, so it doesn't have so much rust, but the bunk conversion caused some holes in the floor which caused rust to happen.
See that?
You can see here that the back supports for the bunk were totally rusted through. It's causing a lot of noise and rattling and everything. Once we got everything out, we're having a better look at it. This fold down bunk was never all that comfortable. I think we'll be a lot happier with a full bed when we put it in. You can see the rust through here. Fortunately, it's just panel rust, and the frame and everything is quite solid and intact. The frame is very good, and mounts are good. This rust has to go. The first thing we do is cut everything out. We cut it out, clean it up, wire brush it, and put some patches in. You can see now we're getting towards getting the rust out. We're cutting off these. How many times did I bang my feet on those seats in the front? Those supports are going to be totally gone. We're cutting through the bolts and knocking them through the bottom. Patrick's working away here, cutting off some bolts and things. I love watching the sparks and this stuff. It's not so much fun when you hit me in the face, but as long as you're wearing your glasses, it's not too bad. Gotta make sure to wear safety glasses and ear protection for all this kind of work. These bolts here weren't rusty at all in the front, but for some reason the bunk in the back caused a lot of rust. It's just the way it was installed. I don't think it was done very well from the factory. It was a conversion van, so it was a Coachman conversion. This heating unit in the back, well, maybe it was good at one time, but it's more for when you're driving with passengers in the back, and we don't do that, so we're not going to bother fixing the heater up or the air conditioning in the back. We're just taking it out, reduce, reuse, and simplify. This stuff's all going for scrap. Look at all the waste we reduced. That's a heavy unit, that fan and everything, and I'm sure it was a very expensive option. All these plenums and pipes and things that have to go. There was air conditioning in the back too, and there was a whole conversion kit for that, which I just removed it all. Simplified the hoses for the heater in the front, and everything works better. The air conditioning in the front works better now, the heating works better. I bought some new screws and fasteners to put things together with. You can buy these by the each, or you can buy them by a box if you get more of them. We went to Lowe's and bought the insulation for the floor. Decided to go with a 1/2-inch styrofoam insulation on the floor, plywood over top of that, and then just for looks we put some vinyl tile over just for looks. Here I am cutting strips for the floor. These are going to fill in the low spots in the floor so the insulation doesn't crack. I measured these off at 2 3/4 inches, I think, and cut them in strips. Then I just cut them to fit in the various places. Some of the stuff took a little bit of fancy cutting to make it fit into places. The floor pan has these various shapes, so I had to make cutouts so it would fit in. Used contractor adhesive to put it down. So here, once we've got them all measured up, first thing I'm going to do is clean everything thoroughly so that we can glue it down. My trusty little saber saw really came in handy. We cut paper templates and transferred that to the wood. It doesn't have to be perfectly done, but I tried to keep it as close as I could to the lines. You have a lot of leeway with things like this because it's going to be covered up with 2 more layers. As you get closer to the top, you want to be a little more accurate. So I cut these patches with the saber saw, line them up and put them in place. Test fit everything. We made sure it fit pretty well. After we test fitted, I vacuumed up all the extra dirt, then I washed it with brake cleaner and cloth so that we would get a good adhesion onto the metal. My main concern, I didn't want the back panels squeaking when you're driving down the road. I thought the styrofoam might well squeak if I didn't have a good, clean, tight fit. I used lots of this glue to hold everything in place. It fills up some little spaces too on its own, actually. I put it in and hammered it down, made a nice tight connection there. A good fit. A lot better than I thought I was going to do with it, really. There, we're just about done. Just fitting in the little pieces in the back. We've got the styrofoam down and I weighted it down with some sandbags. Put the plywood over top and more sandbags and let it dry overnight. This is the way I like to cut panels like this for floors, just crawling around on the floor and using a broom handle or a board underneath the wood that you're working on. Now I'm using my little nail gun to speed things along. This is not going to be seen at all, so this work doesn't have to be perfect. And this, well, this wasn't really necessary, but I thought it was a good idea to put vinyl tiles over the floor to keep everything dry and clean. We don't have a carpet in now, so we'll be able to put a little mat in there, and then when you get dust from the desert or sand, whatever, you can just stop and shake it out. It's fairly easy to cut these vinyl tiles around tight shapes. I was amazed how I managed to do it. Everything fit very well as far as I'm concerned. We can put some trim around the outside to even it out, but it's not that necessary. I mean, underneath here you're not going to see that at all. And then we finished the back of it off. I just didn't want, this is where I put the coffee maker in and I put the stove in the back there. I want that to be fairly clean and dry. There it is. It's looking pretty good. Put the Mr. Buddy heater on in there to warm it up. It was like a sauna inside in no time, so the glue should really stick well. Thanks for visiting Bella's Vistas. Please like and subscribe. Come on back again soon.